Check, 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 check. Alright. Hey everyone. I'm going to be doing a little tutorial video about how I do my 2-mic drum processing on Ableton. So if you have a limited setup of the interface with 2 inputs, this will be for you. This will be a perfect video. Yeah, let's get into it. Alright, let's get into it. So, hold up, can you guys even hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, cool. So this song is off the album I'm releasing soon. I don't know when, whenever music video gets done, all that. It's called Russian, based off of a Russian band I like. Don't know how to pronounce their name, but I would shout them out. Maybe I'll leave the link in the description, who knows. But yeah, I'll play a little clip of it right now so you guys can hear it. That's enough. That's enough of that. So these drums, I'm not a drummer. I'm honestly a really bad drummer. I wish I was better, but funny thing about this is I cheated, and everyone that does music production and is good at it cheats, and they don't actually play any instruments. So I only played kick and snare for this song, and the hi-hats were recorded on top of that. So yeah, this is the drum bus by itself. I mean, honestly, it's not bad. I mean, I have songs with better drums on them, but this is not bad for how it sounds in the mix. So I'll go through my mix chain for this real quick in just a second. I realized that my audio was a little too quiet and my mic was a little bit too loud, and I don't feel like re-recording anything, so we're just gonna go from here. It's a janky video, but we're gonna do it. So this is the drum one more time. Alright, that's enough. This is a cross stick, so there's not as much snare EQ or anything like that. It's just it's very wet sounding because the sound of the rest of the song is very reverberated. But yeah, let's go down the drum chain. Let's see what I have on here. For the bus itself, I have the 2 most important of these Stylus classic plugins that I use on everything. First is the drum bus, Ableton stock plugin. It just gives you that absolute punch. It turns a 2-mic setup into an explosive setup. So yeah, I just have the drive up 15%. I don't do too much, because if you overdo it, then it's like it just sounds like diarrhea in your ear holes. And then I have tape, which it's a Max for Live plugin made by Mono. Little bit of a secret hidden weapon I have here, because you have tape plugins everywhere, but this is one of those it's super subtle. It doesn't do that weird lo-fi warble sound effect that other tape plugins do, which I really like. I mean, you can put some wear on it, but I don't have that up. But this kind of gives it more grit, kind of like a Soundtoys plugin, but a little bit more subtle. So I've been loving that. Let's go to Kick. Kick, I have 3 plugins going on here. Got a simple EQ. This is just standard, a little bit of a low pass. We got a little cut at 70, give it a little more punch. And then at 193, we cut it because the bass is kind of hitting there. Little mixing trick there. Because a lot of people think, oh, just sidechain the bass and the kick. That'll fix the clashing issues. No, you don't do that. You just cut one and boost another. It's that kind of simple. And then I have Subloom. I don't know why I put this on here. Usually I put this Waves plugin called Inpusher to make the kick hit harder. This was a poor decision, this plugin. I really haven't used on anything else, and even just going to this session, I don't know why I put this on here, but it's just one of those weird plugins that gives it more subharmonics and more punch. But here's what it sounds like with it. Here's without it. So it does add a lot. Like, let's be honest here. But it is clipping a little bit. That's fine. Whatever. It sounds good in the mix. I don't care. Next plugin I use is called Standard Clip. This one's a fun one. I bought this one. This one's really cool. It basically clips off the top of the transient and makes the signal quieter, but the perceived loudness the same. So you can kind of push the limiter to the loudest you can with this on, and it'll sound nice and loud. It's great. I love it. I kind of just made the clip down 5 decibels. Yeah, that's a great one. Great plugin, guys. Recommend this one. Next is the snare. Let's get into it. Snare time. Here we go. I have this in Ascend, which I send a lot of the tracks in the song to. It's just a reverb send. I use the Ableton Hybrid reverb and just do a short spring. I love spring reverb send. I love the sound of it. It's very wet. It's very moist, and all those adjectives. So for this snare, I have a holy moly, 23 decibel boost at the high end. That is insane. Why did I do that? Whatever. Must have been a bad recording. There's another lesson for you guys. Don't record your drums badly. But yeah, there you go. There's that. I got a little Pro C going on, a little compression, just with a snare snap default thing. And I have another standard clip because the kick and the snare are the loudest elements of the song, and you kind of want to, clip them a little bit to make it the same volume as the rest of the song. So yeah, those two things. Let me hear the snare. That's not bad. Actually, I understand why I boosted that high end. Make it really pop because it's just cross stick. And here's my next secret weapon that you guys, I think, should use. If you only have 2 mics, this is what you do. Actually, I'm going to cut to a different camera real quick. So here's a trick if you want a bottom snare mic with only 2 inputs. Because usually when you have 2 inputs, you want to use it for top snare because you get the most sound out of it. So here's a trick to do the bottom snare. Get your speaker, whatever speaker you have. I have a really cheap one. Put it on top of your snare and have your mic down below. Solo your snare in your song. Record it. And yeah, there you go. You got a bottom snare. It's a pretty weird technique, but it worked for me. And we'll go see how that sounds. And I say it worked for me, but it didn't do too much in this song. Only because it was mostly cross stick. We'll see. It's very quiet. I don't know if you can even hear it, but it kind of gets the more snare sounds of the snare, meaning the springs and stuff at the bottom. I'm not a drummer again, so I don't know the technical terms of anything. So yeah, we're done with that. Next is the hi-hat. Let's solo that baby. This is panned a little to the right because, I don't know, when you're facing a drummer in the show, the hi-hat's a little bit to the right, so my logic sounds a little bit more live. I obviously quantize these because, again, I can't play the time. And I had put some EQ on it, simple EQ, cut out some harshness, made the top end shimmer using buzzwords at this point, some producer buzzwords to keep your guys' interest. And yeah, whole thing sounds like this with the mix. That bass kind of sounds like fart noises. I have a lot of random stuff on this one too. But if you guys want a separate tutorial for something, I don't know, I like making videos. Yeah, anyways, thank you guys for watching. I'm Silas. These are my videos, and I'll be posting whatever soon. Yeah, see you in the next one.